Hello, fellow humans. And welcome to Spelunky Daily Challenge Duel. With me, apparently Subliminal. Facing off against my arch nemesis and bitter rival, Slightly Absurd. It's a daily challenge for May 1st, 2020. Mayday, Mayday. We've got a spelunker who is also a space dude. He may be going down all the way into hell. Or he may just land on these spikes. What will be the outcome? Stay here with me to find out. Slightly Absurd has been rubbing it in a little bit. He's been pretty successful in his last couple of daily challenges. So we're going to have to kick it up a notch. Pull out our power belts. Transform to the ultimate space dude spelunker of all time. Today. All the time that's today. The time that's encompassed within the constraints of what would be considered today. Ultimate! Anyway, been working on a new layout. This would be the word I'm looking for with the thumbnail. Bit of a new configuration. Realize now I've got quite a few of these daily challenge duel videos. I'm just looking at the playlist and it's just like a sea of pink. Some boring text indicating what day it is. I mean, you can see that in the description. I'm trying to make things a little more unique per day. You know, let it pap. Let it pap. Stick out. Catch your attention. Plus, it gives me something to work on. I mean, Jacob has done a lot of work on the thumbnails and sprites and things. Jacob of Slightly Absurd. So I figure, you know, though my skills are admittedly limited in Photoshop, I didn't get better at Spelunky by just showing up one day and starting to play it. It's countless hours of smashing my face against it until eventually it cracked a little. And now I could be the ultimate champion of today. It's that hard work, perseverance, and a little bit of blessing from RN Jesus. Oh, climbing gloves, as Jacob would say, Hulk hands. Give me that. What else you got? Spring shoes? You know what? We're doing it. Spending all the money. Going for broke. You don't know from fun. This is responsible. Like breaking down cardboard boxes. For easier recycling. Interestingly enough, I had heard this before, but I didn't know if it was true or not. I mean, there's a lot of information available on the internet, which I'm sure you're aware of. Recycling is kind of worthless. Not in the sense that, you know, you use a glass bottle, you rinse it out, you use it again, you know, just throw it directly into the garbage, but it would seem as though what we've been doing mostly is just sending a lot of our quote-unquote first world garbage to the quote-unquote third world countries, letting them sort it out. I guess they've kind of nearly collectively decided, they're kind of done with our garbage. Now we've just got heaps of the stuff. I'm not really sure what to do with it. That's interesting. I think that was a information that I had heard amongst friends, but they're not necessarily always to be believed. Heard some interesting theories from some people with whom I am acquainted previously, so always take everything with a little bit of seasoning. A little bit of a salt on the side. I think it was Simon Whistler, one of those informational listicle type video things, talking about that recently. Yeah, it seems like they're done taking our trash and burning it. I tried to descend that wall with the climbing glass. I'm not really sure what happened there. It just sort of dropped. But hey, that's that then. That's done. Look at that, 13th place. Didn't even have to try. The secret is just get done with this as fast as possible. No effort at all. Climb directly to the top of the leaderboard, and then you just put that aside and you don't think about it anymore. But yeah, that was I guess the end of my trash monologue and the end of my trash run. We'll just burn that all like some plastic in a third world quote-unquote country and move along with the daily challenge post-duel commiseration runs, where I will lick my wounds and cry myself into oblivion, trying for a bit of a speedrun situation we got here. So far, off to a good start. Would normally like to be done in 7 seconds, and we are not even started. So that's good. That's some hot mustard. And a pimento. Gotta stick in the category of semi-recent pop culture references. But hey, if you've stuck around this far, you know, thanks. Good on you. Maybe hit the like button. Maybe encourage me to do better next time. Maybe if I get more likes than Jacob, I'll at least have some metric by which to judge myself that doesn't harm my already fragile ego. I see recently now that he's got a new thumbnail in which he looks like a golden god. So I thought it would be fitting to make mine a simple silhouette. I really am okay, I promise. This is all just banter. Self-deprecating for my amusement. Jacob is a talented dude, but I don't judge my life strictly by those metrics. Not as good at Jacob, then doesn't mean I'm bad. Figure I will stick this disclaimer in here just because Jacob is the kind of person who is sincerely encouraging, and he will hear me saying these things and be like, "Hey man, no, you're doing great." So, for everyone out there who may or may not be Jacob, I'm good. We're good. Kind of forgot that this isn't the daily challenge anymore, and that this was meant to be a speedrun. I got down this insincere self-deprecation hole. Forgot what I was doing. You know what, there is one thing that I would like to do I haven't done yet. That's get old Mr. Sideburns. There's an achievement waiting for me for playing this game 1,000 times, which I have yet to do on the computer version. Can I say Steam? Yeah, I'll just say Steam version. It's a Steam version. I don't know why I would not be able to say that. I think like maybe I don't want to advertise. I think Steam's gonna be offended if I let you know I bought this game on their platform. I'm not really sure what other platforms it's even available on, apart from the Xbox. The old Live Arcade. Even that I think was the 360. I'm not even sure this is still a game that you can purchase on consoles that aren't the Xbox 360. Presumably it's on the Xbox One. I'm sure they've got some sort of backward compatibility thing going. I had most of the achievements on the console version, especially the play the game 1,000 times. I think it's called Addict. I think that's the name of the achievement. But I just finally got the teamwork achievement after watching. I got some inspiration from old Mr. Blargo. It's Israel Blarg, with an exclamation mark if you decide to look him up. But odds are, if you're watching a Spelunky video, I don't have the paste. Watching a Spelunky video on the internet, you're probably aware Mr. 𝑒𝑙𝑢𝑛𝑘𝑦 exists. But I've watched his recent Paco and Gimpy series that he's been doing. Gave me the idea of, hey, why not try in the teamwork run with just a buddy of my own creation, just a second player that's logged in. And wouldn't you know it? Turns out I am better at that than I am at coordinating with the roommate I had at the time who used to play this game. So I got that achievement, and then the other night I finally got the low scorer achievement, which that is a difficult thing to do. You think, low scorer, that's easy. It's kind of difficult to get all the gold, get through the game with a high score. It's in fact far harder to get through the game with no gold whatsoever. They hide it behind sand and snow? Behind wooden pillars? It's kind of amusing to me because now I'm in this habit of when I first start off a run, I will generally try to avoid the gold just because you never know, could be the one. And now I've done it, so it's not something that I have to consider anymore. It's hard to get out of that mindset. Just like sometimes in the daily challenge duel, you'll see me cruising along like I'm in a speed run. It's the last run of my life. I really got to use the old restroom. Restroom. Yeah. Also, what do you think of my North American accent I've been putting on? Pretty good, I think. Sort of talked to Jacob about what he thought about doing voices. I've heard other people in their channels don't always necessarily use their normal speaking voice. So I thought that might be an interesting gimmick. Maybe add to the intrigue. Where exactly does this gentleman come from? Probably a cartoon, if I had to guess. Got no bombs. Broke as a joke. I need some bombs, or else I'm not gonna be able to make it to the old haunted castle level. That's the goal here. Oh, bad call. Bad call on the jumping. And I was hoping that shop was gonna have some bombs, but no, it's just a cat brothel. It's just a place for you to buy a kiss from a cat. Don't want a kiss from a cat? No, thank you. Pass on that, thank you. Oh, we got a black market. I got no bombs. We got a red frog here. What do you reckon on that red frog? Bees? Got a bit of an old incidental bee destruction, which I do appreciate. Speaking of which, this bee is going to destroy me. Ah, yes. Sweet, sweet. Taking advantage of the bees not being small enough to fit. I don't know what Oprah says, but in my opinion, that's the real secret. I don't see the black market, which means it's probably, if I had to guess, right down there. Yep. No BAMs. Can't do it. Ain't going. Maybe there'll be some bombs nearby. Y'all got some bombs? Give me back my boomerang, you son of a bitch. There's something new I learned. Boomerang. Sticks in the honey. Nigh impossible to retrieve. Well, we're not gonna go to the black market today. All I wanted was a Pepsi. Ugh. Honeycomb burned into my vision. You need to turn the brightness down on the old TV. Those piranha hitboxes, they are smaller than these little frogs. Give me all of your blood. Oh, that's right. We've got a boomerang. Here we find the monkeys in their natural habitat, living above spikes in a jungle. I don't know if I'll win any awards for my monkey spike jungle habitat documentary. Certainly would be nice. What are we on? 2-2? 2-2. Pray to RNGesus. We need a Restless Dead level. This is not that. Stupid. Why are you so stupid? Good for these rubies. All I wanted are some bombs. Not seeing any bombs. Y'all got some bombs? No bombs. Yeah, I was hoping for some bombs there, but none. Here we go. Go that way. Give me your bombs. I already had spike shoes. That's right. Here it is. Dark level. Dark level? Restless Dead level. If I get dark level, I'll be very disappointed. And now, a jetpack. Really, that was a near unbelievable coincidence. I wish I were clever enough to cheat. Actually, I don't wish I were that clever. I don't really see the value in pretending to do a thing in this game. Not even for relative YouTube fame. Such a thing can be acquired. I think it's also pretty easy for the many gaming communities, but particularly this one, to be like, that's bullshit, and it's very clear to me. Which you'd think most gamers post, you know, like the 1980s would be aware of that. Another interesting video I watched where they broke down some guy that cheated in Doom. I guess that game actually keeps track of your button inputs. Which I feel like if you're someone who's that into the Doom community, you would probably know that. I don't know how he thought he was going to get away with it. It's like right here, for about a frame and a half or 2 frames, it appears as though you pressed all buttons or no buttons. I don't remember exactly how they caught him, but it was pretty interesting. Very interesting that he thought he was going to get away with it as well. But hey, rest assured, if I was going to cheat, give myself a Restless Dead level, probably would include the entrance to the haunted castle, which, as you can see, unless I've somehow missed it, this one does not. Oh, sorry, Beer Cat. Nope, you're dead. No, maybe not. I thought for certain I had killed him there. I forgot that I grabbed the Kapala. And if only I had done this well on Daily Challenge. Might be somewhere near Olmec right now, even. Who knows? Not me. Not you. Because you're here with me. And I do appreciate it. If you'd like to come back here sometime, maybe subscribe to the video. Let me know if you play some Daily Challenge. Get a nice community of people who play this game going. Get some competition amongst these names that I see recurring on the leaderboard. See this gold hidden back here? That's how you lose a low score run right there. Jump, catch that gold, and then you cry. And that's my experience. I don't know if it's yours. Sometimes on the tops of the trees. Gold. Yeah. There's a little gold behind that one too. You can see it. Just barely, but it's there. Alright, well, let's maybe do a speedrun this time. Kinda forgot. Lost the plot. Bit of moonwalk in action there with Space Dude. His space whip. Aw, should've grabbed a beer cat. Nobody likes that guy. I don't like that guy. I think he's a douchebag. Ooh, what do we have here? One of those you should have known better situations. I'll take it. I appreciate it. We need to be over there. Get up there. Grazie. Arrivederci. Nope, wrong way. Please for it to be going this way. Yeep. Yep, that sucks. That sucks right there. That's a big ol' pile of suck. Pure cat. Yeah, what do you think about picking me up now there, big fella? You gonna ignore me when I'm standing right here? I don't like Beer Cat. Still need to get in there with the sprite editing and turn him into a pile of shit like I said I was gonna. What I think of him. Maybe just have some flies coming up off the top of his head. Poopy smell emanating from Beer Cat. Choppa choppa. Oh, this is unfortunate. We just kinda... Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Wasted a little bit of time, but look at all them bombs. How do you turn all them bombs down? Got the need for bombs. Oh, that's a shame. It's more like it. We got this. It's all about the timing. Thanks, Mega Man, for all the practice. Ooh. Presumably that arrow already went. Oh, I thought he was gonna go down and he went up. Zigged when I should have zagged. That's a shame. Ooh, ropes. Don't mind if I do waste a bunch of time on some ropes. Maybe I'll use one now. Whoop. Not very good at back whipping the arrows yet. I think I'm quite at an advantage using a controller. That D-pad. Oh, another crate. What could have it been? Oh, the possibilities, they haunt me. I think having arrow keys is probably a little bit easier to turn tail and whip an arrow out of the sky. And this whole toggling D-pad situation I'm in. You need to stop calling things situations. You have to make a conscious effort to stop saying that word so often. Going back and looking for thumbnails in my video and just scrubbing through, and I hear myself say that frequently. With all these snakes, though. Oh, that is a ball lake. Uh-oh. I want that thing. That's a shame. I did not realize I was in such poor health. I was just gonna let that spider flop right into my head. And I did. And I shouldn't have. As is evident by the video. Let's go to the playback. You need proof. Scrub backward a little. Sorry, rewind. For all of you olds. Like me, let's be honest. Let's be honest here. I'm a bit of an old. Sweet cuppin' Christ. Now that's why you don't dive down the snake pit. Been trying to do the old snake pit dive. Oh, I saw that a second too late. Too late. I'm trying to do that dive down the snake pit and land on the snake in the center. It's quick. But a snake pit like that with 15 arrow traps in it. We're gonna take a knee here, gang. Slide down the old spikes. All right, speedruns. We're doing this. This is the one. This is the one right here. You can tell by the broken leg and the spider webs and the arrow trap. This is the ultimate speedrun seed. Derek and Andy, they planted the seed here long, long ago for the sole purpose of my benefit and success in future speedrun attempts. This is a shame. I think I probably got one or two more of these in me, since we're not spending too much time in them. I realize that you probably don't want to watch me go try to get an achievement in a random level, so could get boring. Not the daily challenge duel. Could be considered false advertisement in some markets. I know how litigious Australians can be, particularly when they're displeased with the product. I don't know how fond they will be of my return policy. If you would, while you're here, if you're still here, which would be interesting to me, surprising, but I would appreciate it. It'd be nice of you to be here still. Go check out my friend Slightly Absurd. He's the talent behind the sprites that I've got that are all customized. We're gonna do it. It's the old snake pit dive. Try to avoid getting smashed by an arrow. Got smashed by an arrow anyway. Oh, I've only lost 1 health. Maybe it wasn't an arrow. This is a shame. I honestly didn't see that crush block. That's my bad. The push block there, that was me. That was my bad. Call that one my bad. Just looking ahead. Seeing how much of my Maddock I was about to waste to get to the exit. Couldn't see the forest for the trees on that one. Yeah. I think we're feeling the old speedruns today. We're not here for success. That I have ascertained. A crate. Oh no. The crates, they haunt me. The sheer endless possibilities. Is it a camera? Is it a parachute? Ugh. I'll take either one. Climbing gloves, a web gun. That could have been the ultimate speedrun, and I threw it all away. You hack the push block. You don't chop beneath the push block. Now we're gonna go up here. What am I doing? Spider webs everywhere. We gotta go. Wasted so much time. 1:03. Still got another level to go. This is not the one. You can go ahead. You can go ahead and skip ahead because this isn't the one. This won't be the one. I'm telling you now. Don't worry about this being the one. That's what you were thinking. Go ahead and unthink it. Because this is not the one. Hey, welcome back. Turns out that wasn't the one. You probably skipped ahead a little too far and had to come back. That's understandable. Ended a lot sooner than I expected. Thanks for being here. Maybe check out the like button down there. Maybe the dislike button. I think I deserve it at this point. Oh, I would have liked that compass. That's a shame. That's a damn shame. Oh, back to bad old habits. Carrying around a stone all the time with me. Just recently made a joke to that about that to Jacob. Yeah. Used to always have a stone. That's not how you get a speedrun done. Especially not the amount of time I would spend looking for the stone before I got it. Before I found one. Wait for it. Oh, we do need a monkey. Right into the Z-axis as that arrow trap went off. But I don't want to miss a thing. We got this. No matter. Fear not the darkness, for there are brighter days ahead. You can put a little dash and then put apparently subliminal after that, because I'm sure that I uniquely created those words in that order. Some ad-lib poetry for you right off the top of my head. Fancy words by which to live your life. Guide yourself. Need a little disclaimer that pops up that says that I'm not a lawyer, nor a psychologist, nor a particularly well-informed person. And it would behoove you to perhaps ignore much of what it is that I recommend to you. There's your disclaimer. Talk a bunch of bollocks. Play a little bit of Spelunky. Totally kick the ass off of Jacob. I bet he died 1-1 today. That's the only reason I didn't keep going. I was like, nah, Jacob's not going to do that well in this one. He's going to die really early, so I'm not even going to try. That's what happened. It's not revisionist history. That is regular history with apparently subliminal. A new series of misinformation. Regular history with apparently subliminal. And then we'll have that little voice that goes, believe it, believe it, believe it. It's gonna take off. You'll be... In fact, you probably came here from that channel. That's probably how you found this video. My dog's losing her mind. Some first world problems here. People walk their dogs down the street, and my dog doesn't like it. But I want to speak to a supervisor. I think as a rule, when you ask for someone's manager, you have to inject a little bit of vocal fry in. That's the deal. I don't make the rules, I just observe them. A manager. I have been working a little bit on the non-regional dialect. Not sure how well it's going. Trying for that journalistic integrity. Yeah, Dan, you won't believe what happened today. Well, first he tried the daily challenge, but then he died a bunch. Went for some speed runs, forgot about the speed runs. I know, unprecedented stuff. There are no precedents for this kind of stuff. Gotta get the hell out of this bat country. 125. Well done. Now all we need is those restless dead levels I've been seeking. That's the real secret here. So I pull you in with the speed run, and then I get myself a dude with sideburns. Maybe we have to summon it like we did earlier. It's gonna be a restless dead level. Do my old Carson. What's that called? Grandpa comedy sketches. Carniac? I think it's Carniac. I'm pretty sure it was Carniac. Restless dead level. Just picture me with an envelope held in my head. The hand that I'm not gripping the controller with. It's my current state. Painting a visual picture here with words. Well, here's the long and the short of it. The long is the amount of time I've spent trying this, and the short is no restless dead level. Don't know how I missed that spring, but I'm glad I did. There is no exit on this side, is there? No, there is nothing but abyss. That's deep, man. Oh, maybe this is just me, but I'm wondering. Maybe you let me know in the comments. If you've ever had the experience of having one of your friends read their poetry to you? Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with poetry. I've read some. Surely, in my youthful days, I probably wrote some, assuming it wasn't very good. I mean, you can tell by the fact that I'm not some sort of poet. By trade. Profession. Probably wasn't that good. Certainly not something about which I was passionate. But I have been... I think a fair descriptor would be trapped in a room with one other person, reading me his poetry. I don't know if this is... I mean, you're not my type. That's the thing that's going on here. And, I mean, nothing wrong with that. You know, just... Didn't ask for... It wasn't like a proofreading situation, you know? What do you think about this prepositional phrase? Or, you know? It wasn't anything like that. As far as I could tell. No request for feedback. Just, oh man, I had my Crocman armor on there. That was nice. What is this level? What are these animals? This just keeps on giving. This is the end of this one. Well, thanks for watching. If you would, like the video. Helps me out a lot. Gives me some sweet YouTube love from the algorithm. More people see the videos, more people like. More people will be my internet friends. And then I can get some other challengers in the daily challenge duel that aren't Jacob. Maybe I'll have a chance to be, you know, second to third, or third or fourth. Fourth out of fifth, or fourth out of five. You never know. So, like the video, maybe subscribe, tell your friends. Hey, here's a guy that plays Spelunky, and he's not as good as all those other guys. So I can, you know, make you feel a little bit better about yourself, maybe. But as always, at least for the time being, wash your hands. Be kind to somebody. Do something nice. Check out Slightly Absurd. That's something nice you can do for me. And hey, if you can, if she's around, you have the ability, call your mom. She misses you. Tell her you love her and that you washed your hands. Alright, thanks guys. I love you.
Okay, bye.